Last night on MasterChef Australia, Jay went head-to-head with two-headed chef Colin Fastnich.
Your look just run out.
But his dreams of immunity crumbled under pressure. Tonight...
Oh my goodness, it's short order disorder!
It's a battle of the sexes in the most frantic teen challenge ever.
Here's the docket, I need it now.
The pace of the kitchen right now is 100 miles an hour.
Fire!
Guys, can I get some help over here?
The teams have to impress the judges
That's just horrible.
and the paying customers.
It's not done enough.
It's like a 10 out of 10.
And one team will go to elimination.
We certainly had some weak points.
I think we're in a bit of strife. I'm standing in the kitchen eating breakfast and Kate comes running up from downstairs.
Hey everyone, look, we've got a letter. Shall I open it?
Yes.
It's time to leave the house for some bonding away from the MasterChef Kitchen. We'll see you at the Mean Fiddler pub in 1 hour. Don't be late, the judges.
This pub is huge. It looks like adults' Disneyland. It is massive.
I'm seeing Matt Moran back. Yeah, he is a very tough man to impress. Never been intimidated by a man before, and he's quite an intimidating guy.
Welcome to the Mean Fiddler. It's great to see you all again. So has anybody been to the Mean Fiddler before? Jay? Wow.
Pretty excited to be going to the Mean Fiddler. It was definitely the best place to go in my area, and yeah, so I've been there quite a bit.
Now, this is one of Australia's biggest and busiest pubs. On a busy night, it can cater up to 700 people. And it has the reputation of being really quick and really good food.
700 customers is kind of mind-blowing.
So can you see where I'm headed here? It's going to be your job tonight to take over the food at the Mean Fiddler.
This is going to be mental. I mean, we're amateurs, we're not professionals, and this is a massive task.
So here's the deal. We're going to split you into 2 teams, red and blue. Each team has to create a short order menu. Each team must have 7 items on their menu, and they must include a burger, a steak with a side and sauce, a fish dish, a bar snack, a special, a salad and a dessert.
When we find out we've got to cook 7 different menu items and make them up ourselves, that's when we suddenly realise this is going to be a very, very long day.
We're going to be tasting each team's menu. We're also going to take into account how you perform in the kitchen. And of course, the feedback from the customers here at the Mean Fiddler. So the key here is consistency, because if one of those meals ain't good, it could be one of ours.
For the winning team, we've organised a cracker reward lunch. You'll be dining at Manly Pavilion, where it was recently awarded Best New Restaurant. Yes. You'll also be getting a private masterclass with head chef Jonathan Bartholomew. But if your team loses, the entire team goes into an elimination challenge. From there, one of you will be leaving the competition. No second chances.
This is a huge team challenge and it makes me anxious. The last thing I want to face is elimination.
Last thing we need to do is to put you in your teams. As you can see, your aprons are there, but to keep you on your toes, we're going to do something a little bit different. Girls, you're the blue team.
Yes! Blue team!
Which means, boys, you are the red team. There's an apron on each side, a blue side and a red side, that has something different about it. Come up and grab your aprons.
Craig handed me the apron and unrolled it, and I saw the dreaded word there I didn't want just yet. And it had captain on the apron. This I did not expect.
Rachel, on the blue side, you are now captain. And Andrew, on the red side, you are now captain of the boys.
Boys.
Andrew, are you happy to become captain?
Yeah, I've got a good crew. These are my boys. They're going to look after me. I'm going to look after them.
Which means you've got to be dominant. You've got to tell them what to do. You've got to run that kitchen like it's your own.
Sure thing. Can do.
Rachel, are you happy to be captain?
Oh, look, I won't lie. When I saw there was captain written on the apron, I did experience a great feeling of dread.
Guys, it's now 1:30 p.m. Dinner service starts at 6. That means you have 4.5 hours of prep. Let's go, guys, into the kitchen.
Girls, let's go.
Right, huddle around. Come on, let's go. First of all, you need to think about menu. You know the categories. Example, burger. Think about the burgers that you love to eat.
You don't want to be so predictable that you do exactly what they do or what a common burger. You know, have an edge to it, yeah?
Right, ideas for burgers, girls. Lamb burger.
I want to keep it simple and quick and easy. Something like a good eye fillet. It's not going to take long on the grill.
If we get like some scotch or something, that way it's got some of the fat that can actually sort of, you know, sustain being overcooked.
Mate, great idea.
The steak, what do you want to do with the steak, ladies? And do we need a sauce?
And what sauce do you like to eat when you go to a pub?
Oh, it's the gravy. Mushroom sauce.
Mushroom gravy.
Pepper.
Guys, you're missing one classic sauce.
Bernays.
Thank you. My God.
Bernays.
What about red wine stew?
What about a special?
I reckon pork belly.
Pork belly.
Salty goes with beer.
So now, dessert. I think we need something quite fresh.
A smashed pab or something like that. Yeah.
Chicken Caesar salad. Have you got a bench?
I'm already organised.
OK, Chelsea, I need 6... Chelsea's going to be cooking on the grill.
I've got to trim them all up.
Kate's going to be doing the hamburgers. Shannon's going to be doing the dessert. Ellie's going to do fish and chips. Danny is doing the prawns. Danielle is doing the Caesar salad.
Croutons for your Caesar.
Poor Rachel. At the start, she's everywhere. She's trying to be everywhere.
You need to move on this.
Instead of just doing one thing at a time, she's trying to kind of help us all. And I don't know if it's helping us all or doing the complete opposite.
I'll help you with the chips because at the moment, everything else is under the pump, OK?
Over there.
My role as captain is to oversee everything that's going on. So just slightly warm when served.
We can come back.
Seamus and Kumar are on the smashed pavlova. Billy and Jay are on the pork belly. Matt's job is the sirloin steak.
Chef, what are we doing here? Huh? Throwing steaks on the floor?
No, I didn't even... That must have only happened about probably 3 seconds ago when I was moving.
Guys, watch what you're doing, you know? And what are you going to do with it now?
Well, I'm going to have to throw it away, aren't I?
Gone, yeah? What size are they?
Just trying to make sure that the steaks are perfectly, you know, all the same weight is a bit of a difficult task, you know, when you're relying on different cuts of the meat.
You've got to have more consistent because if someone's going to order a steak and someone gets that one and then someone gets the big one, someone gets the one on the floor, you know, you're going to have people really upset, yeah? And that one's even bigger again. 250.
I didn't actually cut that.
For me, as soon as I see this pub menu, my strength, I would think, is steak, meat. I love meat in everything, so I just automatically take on the role of meat woman.
We decide that for our bar snack, we're going to make salt and pepper prawns. But I've never peeled prawns this quickly before.
Rachel,
Yes,
how many
George.
prawns do they need to peel?
Probably about 60. Now you want 6 on each dish for sauce.
I don't know.
First thing I'm doing is preparing the pork belly for the oven. This entails salting it, oiling the skin so it all crackles beautifully, getting it into some baking trays and get it straight into a 250-degree oven. I've called the pork belly dish ship to shore because there's a seafood and the pork element. Scallops go really well with pork, and I like this dish. I think it's something that'll be successful.
We've got our menu sorted. I need to check the pantry to make sure we have all the ingredients. The problem with our béarnaise is that we don't have any shallots. So we've decided to go for a mushroom sauce for the steak.
I'm struggling big time with this steak. I realised very early on that I'm not going to be able to do the do. Irina comes over, sees that I'm struggling cutting these steaks.
Okay, so what should I do?
I tell her just get the offcuts in a pan, get some stock going, you know, deglaze a pan with some wine and let's just get a base for our stock.
A jus is similar to a gravy but not as heavy. So it's based on stock, and in this case we were doing an onion jus, so we had some caramelised onions going in there. To make the beef stock for the jus, Chelsea gives me the offcuts from the meat and I brown them and then use them in the stock.
All of a sudden I hear a commotion happening behind me, and when I turn around, all I can see is a mass of flames.
Blue team on fire!
Irina pretty much just puts the steak without trimming it up straight onto the grill, which obviously all the fat's going to drip down, which causes a massive fire.
I see a huge fire. I think, great, I'm going to die in the mean fiddler.
Guys, can I get some help over here with some tongs?
Guys, can I get some more tongs?
The grill is alight with flames getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
I'm just drowning. It's very high.
In front of me, the grill just starts up in flames.
Blue team on fire! I see a huge fire. I think, great, I'm going to die in the mean fiddler.
Guys, can I get some help over here with some tongs?
Guys, can I get some more tongs?
Just turn the gas off and start taking all the fat off it. Now quickly, yeah?
So hot.
Within moments, the meat's scraped off the grill, the fire's out, drama over, let's move on.
It's okay, Dale, these things happen, okay?
I'm going to use the meat in the onion jus, so I'm still going to use it. I've just put the veggies in to start caramelising, and then I'll add the meat. Do you need anything else? No.
Right, deep breath, move on.
Yeah.
With only an hour to go, I'm really worried that we're not going to have all our elements ready.
Salt and pepper prawns, it's fairly simple actually. I use corn flour as a base and then add a few different types of pepper, some chilli, some 5-spice, and get some salt in it and mix it all together.
So, George, how are the girls going, buddy?
I think they've gotten into some sort of rhythm. They're getting stuff done. But there was been a fire.
You know, we've had our own issues with Matt, you know, for instance, cutting the steaks. Most of them are around 180, 190. You know, to me, the mean fiddler, it's being a bit mean.
Totally mean.
It's not big enough.
No.
I'm responsible for making the Aussie beef burgers. I add some finely diced onions and some Dijon mustard and some breadcrumbs and some egg and some salt and pepper and seasoning and, yeah, mix it all together.
Do you want me to reduce the sauce more?
I've asked Billy to help prepare the poaching liquid for the pork belly.
I think you add Dijon mustard. So.
Yeah. I think this dish is going well.
Red team, blue team, you're down to the wire. You've got half an hour to go, 6 p.m, and the dockets will flood through the kitchen. So it's time to get moving.
I'm assigned to the dessert, which is a strawberry shortcake with Grand Marnier cream. It's a fairly simple dessert. All I've got to do is chop up the strawberries and put some sugar in to macerate them in. I'm pretty sure macerated is French for getting delicious.
My dessert is a smashed pavlova. I'm going to be working with Kumar on this challenge. It's pretty messy, but it tastes awesome.
onion jus is really liquidy. It hasn't thickened up.
So what are we doing with this red wine jus? There's a big pot full of sauce that's very watery. The onion is raw and it just doesn't taste right. Come with me.
Rachel instructs me to add some pre-mixed gravy.
And I want you to get in it like no lumps and then pour it back into your sauce. Like a little bit at a time, less is more. Like you can always make it thicker, but you can't, you know what I mean?
How have you made this?
I sautéed some onions and garlic first, and then removed them, and then caramelised some carrots.
Tastes like something I've never tasted before.
Yeah.
What is it? What have you put in it?
Some sort of gravy mix.
Some sort of gravy mix? What, like a powder?
I think so. I suggested not to because it's a pre-made powder. But she said no. She told me what to do and I was following her instruction. So she told me to put that in it. George suggests that we should scrap the jus.
Can you make a big herb butter and slap a bit?
That's what they're doing now.
Just do herb and garlic butter.
But Rachel takes on saving that.
I go to the sauce. It really looks very unappealing. So I take the whole pot and whiz it with the big industrial stick blender, strain it through a chinois. We've got the onion jus on the menu and we are attempting to rescue and we'll see how we go.
I think the best thing that we could do is just can the jus all together. If it's not 100%, let's not serve it and let's just go with the herb butter.
I honestly did not think that such a simple component of our menu would cause so much drama and headache.
One of the key elements of nearly every dish tonight's the salad, and Andrew hasn't given that job to anybody yet.
It's almost time for service and no one's done the side salad to garnish a couple of our dishes, so Peter, Hayden and myself just throw together something really quick. Yeah, it was a bit of a slapdash effort.
In the fridge, down the bottom.
6 o'clock is about to happen and I still don't have a clue what I'm doing. Service is still completely alien.
Now the dockets will come through this machine.
It's really important to meet the head chef, Peter. It's his restaurant, it's his reputation on the line.
The kitchen now, it's not our business anymore. We now do the next docket.
Yep. Oh my goodness, it's short order, disorder. It's 6 o'clock, it's service time, and believe me, you're gonna get walloped soon.
Sirloin steak.
First order.
Mentally, I'm not ready for service.
New order. Red steak well done, blue steak medium.
How many? Okay, salt them and get them on. Who's taking the salt?
2 red snacks here, sir.
The atmosphere during service at the beginning is absolutely mental.
Here, we need more chips. I was no use putting them on yet.
Everyone's just yelling at each other.
Are you doing that blue steak medium? Where's the salt gone? No, that's not one blue steak.
Tell you what, that first bit of bedlam of the dockets coming in, it is all over the place.
No, I want 4 blue snack. Here's the docket, I need it now.
I need 4 blue snacks, Danny.
Okay, I just put one up. Is that 4 more? We don't want to be an elimination, so it's a bit of a disaster.
What's going on with these chips?
Red steak well done, blue steak medium.
They've got no idea where it's going. They're all standing there looking stunned. If they don't get it under control,
What happened to those fish?
it's going to snowball. It's going to get worse.
2 blue fish up.
I think we're in a bit of strife.
Who's doing red steak?
How many blue snacks?
So, listen up. I've never in my life heard the noisiest kitchen like this before, yeah? It's like a circus.
We got 2 more fishes just come in. Where's the salt gone? No, that's not out.
I'm putting them on. It's 6 o'clock, the mean fiddler.
You better say yes, chef.
Blue snacks.
When the dockets start rolling in, it really is a shamble in the blue team.
No, I want 4 blue snack. Here's the docket, I need it now. Who's doing red steak?
How many blue snacks?
So, listen up. I've never in my life heard the noisiest kitchen like this before, yeah? It's like a circus.
When George comes in and tells us to get our act together,
Clean down, sort these dockets out and start again. Yes?
Yes, chef.
We do need time to sort of stop and stand back and assess what we have to do, and it really helps, I think.
What's all this other food here? Red steak, well done, new order.
1 medium and 1 medium well done.
I usually always cook all my steak at rare or medium rare. You know, when you expect to get a steak out in 5 minutes and they've ordered it well done, it's pretty much an impossible task.
This is supposed to be a medium well done steak, and it's got plenty of blood coming out of it, so it's not done enough.
So it's just supposed to be well done. Obviously not. I need another one.
I need 2 medium wells, but definitely not.
First 2 steaks were sent back.
2 more steaks, medium well.
Medium recooked, 2 rare. Well done, red steak, please, replacement.
Not medium well. It's got blood running out of it. Chuck it all in the bin.
My red steak has no sauce.
What goes on the steak?
2 medium well reduns.
The reduns first. There's no sauce on them.
An hour and a half in, and there's red plates coming back left, right and centre. They're all steaks, and I really think at this point we're going to struggle. We can't have food coming back at this rate. It's just not acceptable.
So I got sauce in this steak again.
We're going to be feeding the judges, so we have to be on the ball the whole time. Could be the first meal that goes out that belongs to the judges, or the very last one.
I see some of our dishes hitting the serve area for the waiters to collect them, and they look terrible. The salad hanging off the plate. The salad doesn't look attractive. The salad shouldn't even be there.
Andrew, guess what?
Yes, what?
All these dishes up here in the red plates, they're for the judges.
These are for the judges, guys. I'm hoping the steaks are cooked to how they were ordered.
That steak, how's it cooked? Medium. That looks tiny.
Matt, you owned a pub before. How important is a good steak at a pub?
Oh, look, it's a quintessential, dish. It's all about you go to a pub for a steak. Looking at that straight away, it looks overcooked and it looks far too small.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Well, they've told us it's medium by this
I can tell you right now, that
instrument.
does not look medium. Let's have a look. Oh, dear.
Yeah, to me, straight away, it's overcooked.
Dry, unseasoned meat, a big line of sinew running through the centre, so meaning that came from the butt end of the sirloin. I don't like it at all.
Now, when I was talking to the boys, and I was asking what sauce you're going to do with the steak, I encouraged them to put béarnaise. Where's my béarnaise?
Yeah.
It upsets me.
Yeah.
What I don't like, which I think is absolutely disgusting, is these dry bits of flaccid carrot.
Yeah.
It's not nice at all.
No. So what's it
This
there
is
for?
rabbit food.
What's it there for?
I don't know.
And, as soon as you do carrots like that, it just turns dry and horrible.
I ordered a well-done steak, which is totally red and raw.
Replacement red steak well done.
After we had some steaks rejected, I decided to make a peace offering to our customers with some complimentary serves of Jake's pork belly. Do you want to try the pork belly?
No, thanks.
No, you sure?
No, I had a steak from the red team and it wasn't too flash.
Okay, thanks guys, have a good night.
No, I'm right, honestly, I'll be fine.
This is a tough crowd. It took a bit of convincing, but they finally took me up on the offer. You'll really like it, come on.
I'll have one.
Have a dip.
That's the best food I'm eating tonight.
Thanks guys, have a good night.
Pork belly on the red team.
From the red team?
Yep, beautiful.
I'll have the same.
I've got everything that I was in charge of under control. My pork belly's cooked and ready to serve. My scallops are on hand to throw straight onto the pan. I'm getting my dishes out the instant they're called.
So next dish up, I think we should go the belly and the scallops, the pork belly. So what do we think of this one? I think pork belly looks good, nice and crisp, but the scallops, wow, they look overcooked, don't they?
They look horrible.
We asked them to cook 7 dishes, one of which had to be the special. So that could have been anything. This is what they chose to do. Let's see what it tastes like and see if it works.
Yum.
My scallop is not overcooked inside.
No.
It's actually quite gelatinous.
It's delicious. I think it's
very surprising.
It looked overcooked, but it's cooked beautifully. And I love that pork. I love the crunch of it. It's glassy, but as soon as you put it in your mouth, you get that crunch and then it's nice and soft.
You know, right from the start, this was Jay's concept. Jay saw it through, he cooked it, and at the end, you know, it's not a bad result.
Yeah.
Scallops were great. Pork belly's fantastic. Crispy, lovely.
To cook a perfect steak, you need to have the flame up as high as it can possibly go. If you don't, you're going to stew the steak and you're not going to render that fat.
I ordered the blue team steak and I ordered a medium rare, but it's a medium at least, so it's very overcooked.
Pretty much sending a steak out with your fingers crossed in this challenge because there's no way of checking that steak. You can't just cut into someone's steak and say, hey, is that medium rare? You're taking a bit of a risk.
I'm eating the steak from the blue team. The steak's cooked very nicely. I like my meat well done, and that's exactly how it is, and it's really good.
So the girls decided to make a gravy for their steak. What did they do? They threw, like, trimmings?
They wanted to roast the trimmings, but for some reason, someone threw the fat trimmings onto the barbecue, and it just went whoop.
Not a good idea. But on top of that, they made this sort of stock that needed some viscosity. So they decided to add gravy powder to it to make it thick. And I advised them, would I use that sauce?
Yeah.
I gave them my advice of no, I wouldn't. I don't know.
Sometimes things get lost in the translation. And is it medium?
It does say medium, Gary.
That's the first. Oh, that doesn't look medium.
That ain't medium.
That's more than it's more than medium well. That looks well done.
That's well done, definitely. Yeah. Not a skerrick of blood in there. Well, at least you've got a bit of gravy powder sauce to mop it up with.
So the girls decided to make a gravy for their steak, and I advised them, would I use that sauce?
Yeah.
I gave them my advice of no, I wouldn't.
Is it medium?
It does say medium, Gary.
That's the first. Oh, that doesn't look medium.
That ain't medium.
That's just horrible. That is horrible.
That is a fascinating concoction of gravy powder, vinaigrette, burnt something or other.
That is a disgrace. They shouldn't have used it. They should have listened to me and just put that, you know, whipped herb butter on the top is fine.
Yeah.
But they decided to put it on, and I'm really disappointed in it.
There's a real bitterness to it, a real burntness to it. It's horrible. It most takes overcooked.
Maybe they used whatever they put on that, you know, grill that caught on fire. Maybe that's what ended up in the sauce. It's just absolute overkill. It's a shame. Chips are good. Salad's nice and fresh, which makes a change. Bit of tomato in there. I wouldn't say no. Steak, disaster.
My role during service is to cook the salt and pepper prawns and plate them up. It's really nice with this salt and pepper prawn dish that I can do it all myself. I don't have to deal with any more crazy women.
I've had the blue team's salt and pepper prawns, and they are lovely.
Yeah, we'll get 2 of them.
So this is the snack from the blue team.
Yep.
Salt and pepper prawns with aioli and lime. You're at a pub, you've got a big beer in your hand, you've got some of these salt and pepper prawns with aioli. I'm a happy person. They're not overcooked, they're nice and juicy.
There's not a lot to it. It's very simple. But, you know, it's what you want to eat at a pub.
Yeah.
You know, salty, peppery, finger food, you know, prawn in one hand, beer in the other. One me.
Had the salt and pepper prawns? They were sensational.
I'll get 2 Aussie beef burgers.
I made a real effort right from the very first burger to make them as consistent as I possibly could and to make sure they were all cooked well. We were taking over somebody's restaurant. These were paying customers.
Right, let's get stuck into the burger.
Well, it looks appetising, eh? There's cheese on there. There's this sort of caramelised onion gravy over the top, which is a bit weird.
Ah. You know what that is? It's like a brown sauce.
It's barbecue.
Barbecue sauce.
It's barbecue sauce, that's what it is.
Mmm. Yum.
You know what I just had? a little bit of burnt onion, and that made my night.
It's juicy as
Great
well,
burger.
you know. It's like, yeah, look, Gary's slouched down. He's had his burger. He's going to drink a beer soon, and what more do you want? That is a ripper burger. I'm really happy with it.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing what onions, bit of cheese, barbecued sauce. It just makes it all worth eating.
Yeah.
Licking your fingers, absolutely perfect. Love it. I think the girls have absolutely creamed it on that one. That's fantastic.
Can I order the smashed pav, please?
Smashed pav, that's from the red team.
It's not the most refined looking dessert, but it is one of the best tasting desserts. You take the pavlova, the meringue, and just break it up into chunks, and then plate it up with a drizzle of coulis and a garnish of strawberries and drizzle of passion fruit juice. It looks great. It tastes even better.
This is a bit I can't wait for. The dessert on the red team, it's a smashed up pavlova. I think it looks absolutely appetising.
Yeah.
And I want to tuck in.
I love it. It tastes great. You've got that crunchy meringue on the outside, nice and soft and just cooked in the middle. Beautiful sweetened cream, passion fruit, strawberries. It's a lovely summer dessert. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, I love it. Look, you know, it's to me, it's pavlova. You know, it's got passion fruit, strawberry, cream, crunchy meringue, that nice softness. Absolutely perfect, hands down.
Yeah, lady, thanks. No problems.
It's like a 10 out of 10.
That blows my diet, doesn't it?
Delicious. It is very nice. I don't know why. It's just got something. Je ne sais quoi or something.
Very traditionally pavlova-ish. Yeah, I think a perfect way to finish a meal. It's beautiful.
The dessert is really, really quick to plate. All I've got to do is just sandwich some of the strawberries between the short crust biscuits and top it with a dollop of cream and some icing sugar.
Right, final dish for the blue team, their dessert. And can I say, it actually looks quite appealing.
Looks all right.
A strawberry shortcake. What do you think, Matt?
Look, it does. It's very thick, the shortcake. I just hope that it is nice and short, like it should be. You know?
Nice and soft.
Nice and short, soft, and buttery.
Well, let's find
Lots
out.
of flavour.
I'm going to take it.
Ooh.
Hey, good start, good start.
Gary loves his shortcake.
Yeah,
Hang
bit
on,
of
Gary.
cream, George, bit of cream.
I know you love it.
Lovely.
Yeah, boom, boom.
Good stuff.
Whipped cream, strawberries. The shortcake's nice, but it ain't amazing. It's a little bit sort of doughy and a bit raw.
George, it's not fantastic.
No,
Nice
it's
fresh
not.
strawberries, beautiful cream,
yeah.
shortbread.
To me, it's
No.
come across
It's raw.
as just a little bit raw, and it's just a nothing. It's a nothing dessert.
You know what? It even needs to the point where it might sound weird, but a little bit of salt in that dough just to give it a little bit of oomph. You know?
It's bland.
Yeah, exactly.
Bland.
Bland and
you know?
raw.
Yeah.
Look, it's a shame because Shannon put a lot of effort into that shortbread, and it is a shortbread. There's no mistake about it. If she sprinkled a bit of sugar over there, cooked them and so they were nice and golden brown, you'd have them with your tea, and it'd be lovely. Is this the sort of dessert that I want to eat when I come to a pub? Not really.
It's not.
And that's a shame.
It is a shame.
So Rachel, cook fish.
I keep looking at the clock and I can see time is ticking closer and closer to the end of service, and I'm thinking, have we done enough?
Right, guys. That's it. Service is over. Congratulations, yeah? Great job. Now you can appreciate how hard chefs work, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes. Good job, guys.
When the service is over, it's really hard to tell exactly who has been the leading team.
I'm feeling really nervous. I'm not really sure which way this is going to go.
The losing team of this challenge will go into an elimination challenge where one person will go home. So I really don't want that to be the blue team.
Well done, boys. I think overall our team was okay. We certainly had some weak points. I think we might have salvaged it in that second hour, but I'm hoping that we've done enough in the good sections to override those.
It's a tough crowd out there.
Yeah, I know.
It's a real tough crowd.
I know.
Your task was to create a menu for the Mean Fiddler pub. And on that menu, you had to put 7 dishes. Our verdict was based on our tasting, what the customers thought, and of course, how you performed in the kitchen. Now, a reminder of what you're fighting for. If you win today's challenge as a team, then as a team, your reward is to go to the Manly Pavilion for lunch. And of course, you get a private masterclass. However, if you lose, then it's not so nice. As a team, you go into an elimination, and from there, one person will be going home. We're going to look at the teams individually now. We're going to start with the Reds. Let's look at the positives. First up, I love the way you kicked off. You made good decisions and quick decisions about the menu.
Another exciting positive for the red team was that special. It was beautiful. Pork belly, scallops. Jay, you took a risk, but wow, that paid off. I devoured the whole lot. But as well as that smashed pavlova. That was so, so yummy. Who was responsible for the pav?
Kumar and I.
Well done, guys. Cheers. Areas to improve on. Where was the béarnaise?
Yeah, we stuffed up on that one. Didn't have the shallots, so we changed it to a mushroom sauce.
Well,
where was the mushroom
we didn't
sauce?
get a mushroom sauce.
You didn't get a mushroom sauce?
No, we got a plain steak.
Crap.
Who was responsible for putting the sauce on the steak?
That was me.
Matt, what happened?
I don't know. That's really weird because I'm really shocked that you didn't get any. Sauce was awesome.
Well, let's talk about another negative, which was the steak. Ooh. We ordered a medium. We could tell before we cut it open, but it was way over medium. Matt, what do you think about that?
I cook a lot of, I'm quite into meat and, quite a perfectionist when it comes to sort of cooking these sort of things, and I don't know what to say. I'm sorry.
How many steaks came back?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
It was actually 8. I just hope that those return steaks don't cost you this challenge. You did your best, Matt. It's not a complete disaster. You learned something tonight, and that little bit of pain you're feeling, that's good.
Now, guys, we've heard some positives and we've heard some negatives. There's something that we have to address, and that's the presentation. On 3 of those dishes, we had a garnish, of shredded carrots, cucumber, raw onion, so 1972. Come on, guys, what was going on there?
Well, we had cut up the salad vegetables in anticipation that it was going to end up on the edge of a number of plates, I guess. But I don't think we had any idea of how it was ultimately going to look. And as I could see things going out on the pass on our red plates, I could see it looked terrible.
Right, let's look at the blue team. The dish of the day, as far as the customers were concerned, were the prawns, which was your bar snack.
That's so
Danny,
cool.
big smile. Well done. Happy with that?
I'm super happy. That's really cool.
The burger was another hit. The 3 of us absolutely loved it. Whose idea it was to put the onions, the cheese, and the barbecue sauce on it?
That was me.
Oh, Kate, well done. That's all I
What's
can
a burger
say.
without those
That's
things?
what made it. It absolutely made it.
Another positive that you guys had was customer feedback. It was really positive.
Well, you've heard the good stuff. Now we need to talk about a few of the negatives.
In my experience, fire, gravy powder don't make a good sauce.
I'm very aware that that decision to send out the onion sauce could cost us the challenge tonight.
Well, you've heard the good stuff. Now we need to talk about a few of the negatives.
In my experience, fire, gravy powder don't make a good sauce. I was there when the stove nearly caught alight. Arena, you were doing that. What were you doing?
I used the offcuts of beef on the grill to brown them off, and there was
too many maybe small bits of fat that went through.
It tasted burnt.
I'm very aware that that decision to send out the onion sauce could cost us the challenge tonight.
And the last thing, the dessert, the shortbread was a great idea. It just didn't deliver. It almost wasn't luxurious enough. It's time to reveal the winner of today's challenge. Remember what's at stake.
I don't know whether we've won or not. I really couldn't tell you which way this has gone. It was a close call.
Someone off the back of this challenge will be going home. The winners of today's short order team challenge are the members of the blue team.
I am incredibly relieved that I'm not in an elimination challenge. I was in shock.
Congratulations, girls. It's been a long day. Now, if anything, you look relieved to have won. You know, it's not that sort of joy of jumping up and down. It's just like, thank God we didn't lose. You know, you've got a great reward coming to you. Lunch at Manly Pavilion. Well done. Congratulations. It's time to go now.
Thank you.
See you later, guys.
See you guys.
Well done.
There's no doubt about it, Red Team, you seem very upset. It was so close. You have to know that. But we can't ignore the fact that 16 dishes came back to the kitchen for the Red Team.
16?
It wasn't just steak, it was other things as well.
I feel really awful letting some of the red team down. I'm definitely going to be beating myself up for this for quite a while.
Guys, for one of you tomorrow, it will be the beginning of the end. Gather yourselves, come back with guts, and cook to survive. We'll see you back in the MasterChef Kitchen tomorrow. See you guys.
Thank you.
I'm the captain of this team, and we've lost. And losing captains tend to not have a good future in the competition.